Welcome back gamers to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most anticipated remakes of 2024, Age of Mythology Retold. And whether you're a longtime fan of the original or a newcomer to the series, there's a lot to unpack here. World's Edge has taken one of the classic RTS titles and has now updated it for modern audiences. But let's find out if they managed to bring back some of the charm and grandeur of the original. First off, if you've never played Age of Mythology before, here's a quick rundown. This is a real-time strategy game developed with the same mindset Age of Empires. This game transports you into a world where gods, monsters, and mortals battle for supremacy. And what sets Age of Mythology apart from other RTS games is its integration of mythological elements. In addition to the standard soldiers and economic system, here you can summon mythical creatures like hydras, frost giants, and minotaurs, and you can even use divine god powers to shape the battlefield. This game blends standard RTS resource management, base building, and military tactics with the divine powers of the gods, making for a very unique experience. And in Age of Mythology Retold, you once again choose from a powerful civilization, the Greeks, Nords, Egyptians, or Atlanteans, each one having their own distinct set of gods, units, and mythical beings, which makes every playthrough feel different based on your faction choice. And perhaps one of the most exciting changes in Retold is the new approach to the god powers. In the original, these were one-time use abilities that could swing the tide of the battle. Now in Retold, you're able to recharge and reuse god powers throughout the game, which gives you a true sense that the gods are actively involved in every skirmish. And this change is definitely a game changer. The ability to call down lightning, summon earthquakes, or boost your army's abilities multiple times adds layers of strategy that simply weren't possible before. This feature gives you the freedom to experiment more, so instead of holding back your god power for the perfect moment, you're now encouraged to use them throughout the match, making divine intervention feel like an integral part of your strategy rather than a one-time spectacle. And this adds a lot of depth and keeps the matches dynamic, especially in multiplayer where strategies have to adapt to a constantly shifting divine landscape. If you're someone who's new to the series, starting with the campaign is highly recommendable, as the game's campaign serves as an extended tutorial and gradually introduces you to the factions and their unique god powers and the intricacies of mythological warfare. And each campaign mission is short and sweet, focusing on specific aspects of your chosen faction. But here's the kicker, while the campaign does an excellent job of teaching you the basics, it can at times feel too easy, as the missions are straightforward and you can often bypass deeper challenges by rushing to objectives. In other words, these campaigns do a great job of teaching you how to play, but they rarely push you to master the game's more advanced mechanics. In many cases, you might finish the mission without even using your god powers, which can leave you feeling like the build-up was wasted. While this might be perfectly fine for newcomers, the experienced players might find the campaign more lacking in depth and challenge. One of the central mechanics in this game, and arguably the most vital to your success, is faith. Every faction generates faith differently. The Greeks pray at temples, while the Norse may gain faith through combat. Faith is what allows you to summon mythical units and cast god powers. This system adds another resource to management alongside food, wood, and gold, and learning how to maximize your faith income is crucial to victory. Here's the thing, Retold places a lot of emphasis on faith, too much in fact. If you're not keeping an eye on your faith generation, it easily falls behind. And if your opponent is fielding minotaurs or hydras while you're stuck with regular soldiers, well, you're in for a rough time. This reliance on faith introduces a unique challenge, but it can also be punishing for players who are slow to adapt. If you haven't fully grasped how to generate faith early on, you might find yourself losing matches simply because your opponent's mythical units outclass your standard army. And this game could do a better job of explaining more advanced mechanics. For example, relics and alternate food resources like farming and fishing aren't thoroughly explained in tutorials, which will leave you struggling if you haven't played the original. And the tutorials feel a little thin when it comes to the deeper layers of strategy, which will definitely leave new players to discover critical mechanics to trial and error. And when it comes to the multiplayer experience, this is where the game truly shines, thanks to the reusable god powers and the introduction of new Wonder Age victory conditions, as each match feels like a chess game between divine entities. The Wonder Age introduces a brand new victory condition that allows you to win by constructing a wonder and defending it, similar to the victory conditions in the Civilization series, and this opens up alternate paths to victory, meaning that you no longer need the strongest army to win. This added layer of strategy is a breath of fresh air for RTS fans who don't want every match to devolve into a war of attrition. Maybe you don't have the resources to fuel an army of mythical creatures, but if you can survive long enough to build a wonder, you still have a chance at victory. It adds a new dimension to the gameplay, encouraging you to think beyond the battlefield. And the multiplayer matches are fully unpredictable, thanks to the diversity in factions, mythical units, and the flexible god powers. Each pantheon offers a unique playstyle, and even within the same pantheon, different gods can change the flow of battle, so no two matches are the same, and that's a testament to the game's design depth. And visually, this game has never looked better, as it has been completely remastered in 4K, with upgraded textures, models, and environments, and the attention to detail is impressive, making it easy to distinguish between different units, buildings, and factions. But it's not just the graphics that have been improved, as this game introduces several quality of life changes that make it more accessible to new players. For example, you can now automate villager tasks, so instead of constantly micromanaging your resource gatherers, you can now set them to automatically harvest the resource you need. and this is a godsend for players who want to focus on strategy and less on micromanagement. In my opinion, Age of Mythology Retold is a triumph in many ways. The reusable god powers alone make this remake feel like a fresh and innovative take on the original. Add to that the improved graphics, automated villager movement, and the new strategic layer like the Wonder Age, and you've got a game that both longtime fans and newcomers can enjoy. This game does have some flaws, as the heavy reliance on faith as a central resource can be punishing, especially for newcomers, and the campaign mode, while fun, can often feel much like an extended tutorial, lacking the depth and challenge the more experienced players might crave. That said, Retold succeeds in bringing a world of gods, monsters, and mortals to life in a way that is both nostalgic and fresh. So if you've ever wondered what it's like to wield the power of the gods on the battlefield, Age of Mythology Retold is your chance to find out. For me, the game is an 8 out of 10. Overall, this is a fantastic remake that breathes new life into the classic RTS, even if it stumbles slightly on some more advanced concepts. If you're a fan of RTS games, I can definitely recommend this game, and if you've played it, did you like it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching till the end, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a great day.